After the Tang dynasty, another major ace from the dynasty lineup is finally making its appearance, the Han. This is a domestic flagship sedan positioned in the same league as the S-Class. As you know, expectations for the Han family have always been high because it represents the flagship of the lineup. When it first arrived, sales were quite strong, but this year things have changed. Some joint venture brands have adjusted their pricing, while a steady stream of new models has entered the market, putting more pressure on the Han. The Han L was especially popular for a period, but even its sales have remained somewhat below expectations. And now, the Han has arrived. Even the name feels appropriate, reflecting the expectations placed on BYD's Dynasty series. Looking at the car today, my first impression is that it feels like watching a young man mature into a fully grown man. So let's start by taking a quiet look at the exterior during today's static shoot. A quick shout out to our automotive partner in China for sharing this video and helping make it possible. Thank you for your support. Hey everyone, it's Jennifer from motortorque. If you enjoy staying up to date with the latest automotive news, reviews, and industry updates, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss any of our exciting content. Thanks for watching, and let's get started. In the past, the Han series, despite being the flagship, still carried a fairly strong sporty character. But this new Han takes a noticeably different approach, especially when you look at the front and the first two sections of its design. The familiar dragon face-inspired styling is still here, but the execution is completely different. The highlight is this enormous integrated front bumper, which gives the car a powerful and substantial presence. According to the team, this design went through 35 rounds of refinement. Notice the extremely narrow transition where the bumper meets the side fender. Previously, we had seen this kind of rod-like mechanical bumper design where the gap could extend toward a slight protrusion on the side. This time, however, the transition is much cleaner and flows naturally into this area. Personally, I think it looks very attractive. The slightly diving stance is also beautifully executed, giving the front end an elegant posture. Chinese design often places a lot of value on balance and visual stability, and I think this car reflects that idea quite well. The ADB intelligent headlights use 8 vertically arranged LEDs. These lights can automatically adjust their illumination range based on actual road conditions, including factors such as the width of the road, which makes the system quite intelligent. Down below, the design manages to combine elegance with a touch of sportiness. Take these triangular air intake channels, for example. They help maintain the aerodynamic performance of the vehicle and contribute to its overall drag coefficient. At the moment, this car is offered only as a pure electric model. Whether BYD will eventually introduce a plug-in hybrid version after the official launch is something we'll have to wait and see. Moving to the side, this is probably where the Han looks its most elegant and sophisticated. It has all the proportions you'd expect from a true flagship. The wheelbase measures 3,130 millimeters, while the overall length is more than 5.2 meters. This is essentially a standard wheelbase flagship sedan that can be directly compared in size with the Mercedes-Benz S-Class. It's also one size larger than BYD's own Han L. The Han L already offers a respectable wheelbase for its segment, but this new Han takes a different approach stylistically. Most noticeably, the side profile has completely moved away from the sporty character. Instead, it adopts a more formal, business-oriented appearance, especially in this flagship two-tone body configuration. The wheels feature a close-fitting design and are paired with red brake calipers. The car we photographed today uses a silver and white two-tone combination. Other vehicles in the showroom are also available with silver and other colors in two-tone treatments. Once the car officially goes on sale, buyers should be able to choose the combination that best matches their preferences. You'll also notice the hidden door handles on the sides. Personally, I really like this design. It reduces the amount of visual obstruction and keeps the body looking cleaner. And unlike some situations in colder northern regions, you're not dealing with a handle that's frozen shut and waiting for the ice to melt. Simply place your hand into the recessed area and pull. The car also comes with power-assisted closing doors. After all, this is a flagship model, so it's clear that BYD has tried to think through the details carefully. The side mirrors have a rounded, pebble-like shape as well, but my favorite detail along the side is the character line that flows toward the rear. It's an extremely smooth, rounded curve. Before we even started taking pictures, we were told that one of the car's most attractive viewing angles is from 45 degrees. From this perspective, you can really see a subtle touch of Eastern design aesthetics. At the rear, the continuous taillights visually echo the headlights at the front, and the result is quite attractive. It seems that flagship sedans often take a more restrained approach when designing the rear. Rather than trying to look overly aggressive, they focus on creating a complete and well-balanced appearance. That's exactly the direction BYD has taken with the Han. The rear may not grab your attention instantly, but the smooth overall design gives it a distinctly business-like character. It feels mature, refined, and very premium. Step inside the Han and you'll notice another interpretation of BYD's interior design. It has some of the character we've seen in the Han L, but everything feels more refined. The dashboard and central control screen feature sharper geometric angles, while wood grain trim adds warmth. The contrast between the metallic surfaces and the wood creates a strong visual effect and noticeably raises the interior's sense of quality. Look closely at the wood trim and you'll see a recessed section with angled surfaces that create changing reflections. The interaction between light and shadow is particularly well executed, with the reflections appearing gradually as the surfaces catch the light. BYD has also placed a strong emphasis on creating a sense of openness as part of the luxury experience. Inside this car, geometric shapes and three-dimensional forms have been integrated quite naturally. On the passenger side, there's an entertainment display, while a separate instrument panel sits directly in front of the steering wheel. Above it is a large AR HUD display. At the moment, the central infotainment screen appears to be around 15 to 16 inches, and as many of you already know, BYD's D-Link infotainment system is one of its strengths, with a very smooth operating experience. Whether you're watching movies or listening to music, the system should have no trouble handling those tasks. Overall, it's a very well-developed setup. And if you look toward the front of the vehicle, you'll notice the LiDAR. It's part of the car's advanced intelligent driving assistance system, and its functions can also be adjusted through the dashboard. Another point BYD has emphasized is that achieving a luxurious interior doesn't necessarily require filling the cabin with physical buttons. In this car, that philosophy is quite obvious. Most of the primary infotainment controls have been integrated directly into the central touchscreen. Down here, you'll find physical controls for functions such as the infotainment system, driving modes, start and stop, and several key operations. Beyond that, there aren't many unnecessary controls cluttering up the area.
The steering wheel is finished in leather and complemented by metallic trim, giving it a bright and upscale appearance. Storage is another area where this car performs really well. There's a wireless charging pad along with a recessed compartment underneath that's just the right size for a small handbag. Overall, there are plenty of places to put things, including 2 separate cup holders. Even the overhead compartment has something interesting hidden inside. Open it up and you'll find a refrigerator. We've already put some drinks in there to cool down, and from what I've experienced today, it works quite well. The official specifications don't go into too much detail about some of these interior features, but I'm getting the chance to experience them firsthand today. And when it comes to the seats, they're extremely comfortable. The diamond pattern design also fits well with Chinese aesthetic preferences and gives the cabin an even more premium atmosphere. Then there's the main frame and subframe. Moving to the second row, both sides get ventilated, heated, and massaging seats. That's clearly the kind of equipment you'd expect from a genuine flagship. Seat functions can be controlled directly through the central display, and there are several different comfort modes. One of them is a double bed mode, while another creates a more private reading environment. In the private reading mode, the front and rear seats can be positioned at a comfortable distance, allowing all 4 passengers to enjoy their own space. The double bed function is pretty self-explanatory. Once the front passenger seat is folded down, it creates a surprisingly comfortable space for lying down. For occasional use, it's more than adequate. The front passenger seat also offers a zero-gravity position. The extended leg rest and the cushioning are particularly well designed, making it a very relaxing place to sit. There's also a dedicated passenger seat for the boss. Overall, this is a car that's meant to take you from a sporty young image into something much more mature. It's clearly designed with business travel in mind, and the rear legroom is generous. I think the reason people compare this car with the S-Class comes down to how much equipment it offers. For starters, there's a panoramic sunroof. Then you have this entertainment display in the middle. From what I've seen, this screen is about the same size as the main display in the front row. It can be used for gaming, listening to music, or watching movies, so passengers in the back certainly won't have much reason to feel bored. That's especially useful when the car is being used for business trips or receiving guests. Behind both the driver and front passenger seats, you'll find small folding tables on the left and right sides. They're ideal for working, taking a break, or even having something to eat. There are also extendable supports above the tables, which allow you to mount an iPad or other office equipment. It's a thoughtful little detail. Then we come to the middle seat. Honestly, I wouldn't say this position is really designed for someone to sit in. For one thing, the space between the seat cushions is quite narrow, and once you fold down the center armrest, you get another control screen. This screen brings together a wide range of rear seat functions, including ventilation, heating, massage, ambient lighting, window controls, and sunshade adjustments. The amount of information and control available here is quite comprehensive. You can even adjust the angle of the entertainment display and control whether it opens or closes from this screen. Open the compartment and you'll also find a 50-watt wireless fast charging area, along with a small storage space. In my opinion, the ideal setup for this car is 4 people traveling together comfortably. And besides this main rear display, there's another screen as well. The system itself is thoughtfully laid out, making it easy to control the air conditioning vents, seat ventilation and heating, as well as different climate settings. Both passengers can operate their respective controls conveniently without getting in each other's way. One of the things I particularly like about the rear seating area is the speaker design built into the door panels. The effect is very immersive. Light radiates outward from the center and spreads across the surrounding surface, creating a soft and attractive visual effect. This is also a good example of Eastern design aesthetics. In traditional Chinese architecture, decorative openings and lattice-style windows are often used to create a partially hidden, semi-transparent effect. By incorporating the speakers into a similar design, BYD has managed to combine the audio hardware with the interior styling, improving both the appearance and the sense of quality. The lighting also reacts to the music, with the illumination spreading outward and creating a very attractive effect. Because of the rear entertainment screen, a full panoramic sunroof isn't possible. However, there are separate sunroof sections above the main seating area and the rear seats, and both are equipped with physical sunshades. That should make a noticeable difference during summer commuting. The windows also provide excellent visibility, so the overall rear seat environment remains very comfortable. All in all, spending time in the rear of this car is a genuinely enjoyable experience. The seats are already spacious and comfortable before making any adjustments. More importantly, the rear entertainment screen also gives you access to the seat controls. For example, we've got leg rests on both the left and right sides, and they can be extended or retracted depending on how you want to sit. The rear seatbacks are electrically adjustable as well. You can recline them or bring them forward. Think about a business meeting. In that situation, you might raise the backrest slightly to create a more upright and respectful posture. And if you start feeling a little cramped, you can move the backrest farther back and give yourself more room. There's plenty of adjustment available. The rear seating area can also be configured in different ways, including the 4-person arrangement I mentioned earlier or even the double bed setup. So, after going through the car in detail today, do you now see why I said it feels like this model has grown from something youthful into something much more mature? Whether we're talking about the exterior or the interior, the entire vehicle has a more restrained and composed character. At the same time, it incorporates many of the practical features you'd want in a business or executive vehicle. And, importantly, every seat is designed to be very comfortable. Oh, and there's one thing about the front that I almost forgot to mention. The car is equipped with a LiDAR system, which indicates that advanced driver assistance functions will also be part of its capabilities going forward. So, overall, this is a very well-rounded car. It offers the kind of quality and spaciousness you'd associate with a Mercedes-Benz S-Class, while also providing a strong range of comfort and convenience features. But here's the really important part. One of the major highlights mentioned by the manufacturer is that the car is currently offered exclusively as a pure electric model. According to the CLTC test cycle, its maximum range exceeds 1,000 kilometers, reaching 1,008 kilometers. I think that's genuinely remarkable. At the moment, there are still very few vehicles capable of breaking through the 1,000-kilometer range barrier, and this car has managed to do it. Whether there will eventually be a replacement or successor model is something we'll have to wait and see. So while the Han L's sales surge was relatively short-lived, I believe that once this Han officially launches, there will definitely be a specific group of business professionals and executive buyers who choose it.